Welcome back to my channel tonight. This is Lynn Wilson, and we are working on the Fall Food Friday collab with the Moss family. I almost forgot the name of it. I will link in the description below a link to the playlist for the 2020 collab, so you can check out all the other recipes from the last 2 weeks, including this week. So I am making cheesy grits. Many of you might have had grits before. I do like them with a little butter and salt and pepper. Here's the grits that I'm using. I got this at the Dollar Zone, and you only need 1 cup of grits to 4 cups of, they call for water, but I'm going to use 2 cups of milk along with 2 cups of water, so this way it's a little bit extra creamy. So let me pour that in there and get that stirred up while I get 2 cups of water to add. So you want to bring your grits to a nice thickness, and then we're going to take it off the burner, and then we're going to add in some butter, and then we're going to add in some Swiss cheese and some Parmesan cheese. It also calls for some salt and pepper, but I'm not going to add the salt and pepper in there because the Parmesan cheese tends to be a little salty, and what we like to do is add our salt and pepper at the very end once we cut it up and we place it on our plates. So this is, again, cheesy grits. It is so delicious with ham on the side or with just by itself. We're actually going to do a breakfast for dinner, and I'm going to be doing some biscuits and gravy, and you'll have to catch my video on how to make the biscuits. It's a 2-ingredient biscuit, and man, I'm telling you, it was the first time I ever made them, and I couldn't get enough of them. We had tried them with some gravy, delicious. Then I tried one with just some honey on top while it was warm. I made some home fries in the air fryer. I also have a video for that, and I'll link all those extra videos below. So we're just going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to make sure it's nice and thick. We're going to remove it from the heat again, and then we're just going to add our other ingredients and bake it up. It's real simple. It is a recipe my mom has made for years, and I will actually have that for you. Actually, I'll probably just do a screenshot for you instead of putting it in the description. That might be easy for you to be able to copy. Rose Medlin was the original person that we got this from, a church cookbook. She was a friend of my mom's. She has since passed, but my mom has taken over making this, so I call this my mom's cheesy grits. So you can thank my mom Maureen for this delicious recipe. Again, this is a great recipe for a side dish for breakfast, for a side dish for any meal, or even just by itself. So we're going to just stir this up, and I'll bring you back once this is all nice and thick. So I am turning the stove off, and I'm actually going to, as you can see, that's boiling away. I'm going to move that to the back section where the heat is off, and I'm going to stir the rest of the ingredients in there. So I'm putting in Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of that. So let's sprinkle that around. And again, it calls for salt and pepper. I'm not putting that in there because the Parmesan is salty. I'm going to wait, and we like to add salt and pepper on the top of it. So let me just stir that in there a little bit. Get that kind of mixed in there. That's looking good. And listen, I like my grits lumpy, so if there's lumps in it, that's fine with me. We're going to add 1.5 sticks of butter. This is actually starting to melt because it was near the burner, so let me quickly get that in there. This is not a recipe. If you are watching calories, you know, anything Southern has butter in it, but it's got cheese and butter, so listen, This is for comfort food on a Friday night in the fall when you need something ooh so good and yummy. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put in Swiss cheese. It calls for a cup, but I am going to put in a package of cheese. So I'm going to add the slices. Put that in there so delicately, just that it's easy to melt. I've made this recipe with cheddar, and I've made it with American cheese just to try it something different. It's okay, but when you use the Swiss cheese, I'm telling you, it's like to die for. That's all I can say. It's so good. All right, I'm going to get the rest of the cheese in here, and we're going to just finish stirring it up. Then we're going to put it in our casserole dish, and we will be good to go. Then we're going to bake it, and we will be done. All right. So I put it in almost like a pie dish, casserole dish. I'll show you that one. I've already sprayed it down with cooking oil, so it's ready to go. We're just going to mix this all up until the cheese is completely melted and the butter. Guess you can see that pretty well. All right, see how the cheese is, oh yeah, see this? Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about. Okay, almost there, guys, almost there. Okay, it doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you, when this bakes in the oven and you put this as a side dish, or you just eat it plain, it is so good. Okay, that is good. I'm going to pour it in the dish. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment, and we're going to pop it in the oven.